Hey Pisces, how are we? I'm just doing our weekly readings, looking at love. And basically, I just want to let everyone know if you want to leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. I'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers. So we are just a super small channel. So I do really appreciate every single like and subscribe. I'm hoping that I can get these messages out to the people that need to hear them. But today we're starting with the soul's journey. These are called lesson cards, but they are, they do have quite a lot of extra information that does pop out with those. So I'm starting with those today, and then I do have the Slavic folklore lenormand deck, as well as those beautiful heart-shaped cards, the Lover's Oracle. Okay, so get straight on into it for you, Pisces. Pisces, what's coming up for Pisces in love and romance? What's going on for Pisces with love and romance? Okay, so we have firstly the acceptance card. Beautiful purple card. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Okay, so you might be going through a bit of a period at the moment, Pisces, where, sorry, where you are, you know, going through that self-growth, accepting things the way that they are, accepting things that have happened for whatever reason. So whether those reasons are, sometimes things happen to give us lessons, and even though they may be hard things, hard lessons to learn, we are in that phase of acceptance and sort of starting to realize what it was we went through that for. Okay, so I do feel like that's a super positive energy coming from you, Pisces. I also have this other energy coming through, the blame energy. Okay, so that does say I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Okay, so when I do get the blame card coming through, it does kind of feel like someone external is blaming you for things. So, but you're going to know yourself whether there is someone around you that is, blaming you or trying to put the blame on you for things, or whether that is something where you are actually needing to accept your own sense of blame when it comes to, accepting certain patterns of behaviors and being responsible for your own role in the things you've said and actions you've taken in the past. So, there may be a little bit of self-blame going on, but we are sort of learning to, accept ourselves for who we are and all those sorts of things, Pisces. So, like we saw with the acceptance card, learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So not being able to change those things that, the way we may have reacted to things in the past. So not really, taking blame, so to speak, but taking responsibility for, the actions that you may have taken, the words you may have spoken, but also, putting blame where it is deserved as well. So if that is external to you, you are definitely going to know about that, aren't you? Okay, so we'll move into the Lenormand and see what that has to say. Pisces, what's going on for Pisces with love and romance, please? Okay, and just give us one card and let us know a little bit more about that blame, please. Okay, so I'll talk about that one first and foremost. So with that blame card, we do have the mouse energy. Okay, so the mouse energy is all about things that are eating away at us. So there may be things that you're blaming yourself for that are kind of eating away, nibbling away in the back of your head there. But it can be like insecurities and just worry and feeling as though that's a bit of a weakness for you with certain things that you're sort of blaming yourself for. The mouse is a past energy a lot of the time, so it's kind of like things that we've lost in the past. So, there may be a bit of blame revolving around, like if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have lost that, that kind of thing as well. So I do feel as though, it is probably a little bit of your personal insecurities, blaming yourself for certain things, and feeling just a little bit, you know, that you could have dealt with things differently, possibly, and it kind of eating away at you a little bit there. But as we see, taking acceptance for things that you may have done or said, and being responsible for the how you carry that forward in the future. That blame, you do not need to blame yourself at all, Pisces. You know, especially if it's past energy coming through there. It's all about that acceptance and moving forward in the future. Okay, so when we are looking at that general, we do start off there with the book. Okay, so I feel as though that can talk about new chapters opening up for you, but I do feel as though this is actually talking about, physical books in a sense. So like education, like researching things. Okay, educating yourself on. We're going to be seeing financial things coming through, so it may be like educating yourself a little bit more about how. Um, your financial situation is affecting your loving style. Like, are you someone who spends a lot of money on the people that you care about? Do you, give in material ways? And just sort of like researching how you can actually look at your finances a little bit better, and bring in that element of love when it comes to your finances, and you know love yourself, but also, I do feel there is that element too of that new chapter, a new way of dealing with your finances, and dealing with those finances in a much more like loving, um, I'm getting gratitude kind of way as well, being grateful for the small things, even if you don't have much money, being grateful for what you do have, and that actually helping you sort of start new chapters with more financial abundance coming through for you. Okay. So, quite interesting to see a finance card coming out when I'm talking about love. A lot of the time, it can also talk about new chapters with multiple options of people headed your way too, like an abundance of love options. Okay, so for some of you, we may be looking at, furthering some education in order to increase your finances. And for others of you, we may actually just be looking at quite a few potential love options headed your way. But I'm kind of feeling that. Even if we are looking at love options heading your way, they are going to be, more about loving yourself options. Okay, so they may not be actual people. It may just be more, that once again that acceptance of how your life is, and where you want your life to go, and so that abundance might be coming through in a multitude of directions, not just like in love or finances. It might be coming through in a few different directions that are, in a very sort of loving way. Okay. Um, then we do see the feminine energy, which is actually followed by that wolf energy. Okay, so I don't normally read the feminine and masculine as genders, but this the wolf is traditionally the dog in Lenormand, and it does talk about friendships and loyalties. So I do feel as though this is somebody you are probably quite close to, probably a female that you are close to. So whether that's a friend or a family member who, you turn to for advice, there's somebody quite important in your life. Okay. So it could even be a mother figure. A lot of the time the feminine can talk about a mother figure, but it's someone where there's a strong loyalty and that sense of compassion with you and that person. And we are seeing that they actually are followed up with this flowers energy. Okay. Sorry. So it's a very giving energy. It's kind of like that reward, that pleasure as well. So, um, you know, and flattery. So there may be somebody, just saying a few nice things to you, giving you some positive energy, helping you take that blame back off yourself, helping you deal with that. It could be just, that general sense of having someone to talk things through, advice, and I feel like helping you sift through your options. Okay, so when we've got that abundance card coming through, I really feel that this person is going to be helping you um, with, giving to yourself as well as giving to the right things in your life. Okay, so I am once again getting that it may have more to do than just love itself. Okay, even though we're asking about love, I'm getting quite a few other messages coming through. um, it can also talk about too if there may be someone within your friends group that may be one of these love offers. So if that's not a direct feminine energy, it could just be someone within your friend group, masculine or feminine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether we're looking at same-sex relationships or otherwise. Um, you know, that would just be somebody who is in touch with their emotions, and they're quite a nurturing, supportive energy. Okay, with that wolf energy there, they're quite a supportive energy as well. They're kind of part of your tribe, and there could be some romantic feelings developing from that person and yourself, because the flowers sometimes is it can talk about romance as well. So they may even just be giving you, some sort of gift, or giving you a little bit more of themselves, and making you realize that there might actually be something a little bit more with that person. So for some of you, not for all of you Pisces, but I do feel that for some of you, there may be actually someone within your friends group or your friends kind of awareness, part of your tribe or your extended tribe, like your tribe's friends, who may actually be wanting to give something to you in a more romantic sense as well. So quite interesting. That's definitely coming through for at least one or two of you, that this is someone who actually is a friend and wants something more from you. So let me know in the comments if that's you think you might know who that person is. But for majority of you, I do feel as though it's just that sort of advice energy, someone you're going to be able to talk through things with, and they're going to help pull you out of this blaming yourself kind of energy, and help you actually accept things in a you know in an emotional way, but also a logical way. I feel like there's a sense of balance coming through with that. So if you are a very emotional person, a lot of Pisces are known for being emotional. So if that's you, this person is going to nurture that side of you and bring that out, and balance that out, and help you accept things the way that they are, or the way that they potentially could be for you, especially with all this abundance around you at the moment, Pisces. That's with the abundance card and that flowers energy, it's definitely a positive, positive, loving energies around you at this time. So we'll see what's the Lovers Oracle wants to add to that for you. Pisces, love and romance for Pisces, please. Love and romance for Pisces. Love and romance for Pisces. Okay, so we do have this beautiful card here, which is the healing card. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationships being healed this very moment. Okay, so that's part of that acceptance, healing. I feel as though, for a lot of you, that's just for yourself. It doesn't have to be anyone in specific. That's just that healing energy for yourself. Imagining yourself surrounded by light, and feeling yourself being healed, and accepting that you are being healed in this very moment. Okay. And then we do have this card which says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Okay, so for one or two of you, that is, pulling out that blame energy once again. So if you are, in an energy where you are blaming somebody else for every little thing, and you're going to know your own situation, or they are blaming you for every little thing that may have happened in the past. Like, I do feel that blame is kind of more of a past energy with that mouse, clarifying that. But you know, if this is someone projecting that blame onto you, you know, just remember that the qualities that they don't like in you are also their own reflection, and they're projecting a little bit of their own guilt onto you as well. So, you know, and vice versa, you know, so flip it as your situation does sort of ask for there. But just be aware that, you know, the qualities that you see in somebody else, and you either, you know, admire those qualities, or they kind of trigger you, a lot of the time they are, you know, a reflection of your own qualities. Even if they're not your actual qualities, a lot of the time it's a reflection of the way that you deal with those things in your life. So, you know, if you're seeing someone being very spiteful and hateful, and that really triggers you, it's looking at that and accepting why that triggers you and how you deal with being triggered by those particular things, and accepting and healing those parts of yourself. Obviously, as we, you know, we all do try to, you know, grow and heal from these kinds of energies. Not always the easiest things to do though, but that's what we have coming out for you today, Pisces. Like I said, please comment on one of the videos or like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all your support. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you for your time.